Tell them, picture me perfect, then picture me irrelevant. Then picture I've been close to hell and then back again. My life handwritten before y'all like my Jesus friend. A key player, moves in position when well, sorta like David did. It took the 30 to get it on it like David then. I'm a warrior, musician, and poet.
And I stayed here for the man time. And it was come on that nonsense. Come on, well, we got this. I'm not gonna guide it. You know why? I know my police. I know my law enforcement. I train all of them. And during the service of 30 years, I know what's in that.
All right, and I agree with you. Listen up. I agree with you. She's not wrong with you.
But we thank him for letting us know what's going on. Y'all keep an eye open for each other.
Yes.
So we keep saying when they do that, he will get us some cameras in here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Meeting and talked about some of, first introducing myself to let you know, one, there is another candidate in the race. There are 3 South Ward candidates running, and so you have a choice. The current councilman is John Chang, but be instrumental in engaging who the next police captain is going to be. So that we're not, every time they give us a new leader, we got to start over from scratch. And because there's no continuity. And so I'm running to be that change. One of the things that's going to happen is that when things are like this, we're going to be responsive immediately. We're not going to do the police job, but we're going to do our job, and that's to advocate and be your guardian angel. That's what those 10 people down there are elected for. That's why they're paid $85,000 plus a year. That's for a part-time position. That's why they have cell phones that you pay for. And you can't call them, you can't text them when police don't come. That's unacceptable. And if the elders of the community, which are the driving voter base here, it continues to accept this, not giving young folks like me, and forget just being young, capable and qualified. Somebody who cares to want to do the job. Give me an opportunity to bring leadership back to this ward. Are there any questions about it? The other thing that, obviously that was a public safety issue. I want to change the culture of the ward. Part of changing the culture of the ward and the way we see the ward, when black men, 24 years of age are committing the murders, there's an increase in that. When our crime, hold your ears, Captain, is up 300% in the South Ward. I know you got the mayor saying crime is down. He's talking about the whole city, but where we live? In the South Ward, where most of our elected officials live at, in the South Ward. And I'm talking about from the congressional level down to the county level, assembly people on down. We got the most elected officials living right here in our ward, and we are the worst performing ward citywide. We have the most closed schools, 10 public schools closed. Do you know that? In the South Ward alone. Do you know what they're converting them into? Condominiums. With so-called affordable inclusionary zoning clause, which really is illusionary zoning. Because when you talk about 20% going to affordable housing, they don't pay us enough to afford the rent in the first place. It's giving us 20% when 80% of your population are renters. How is that helping us? If this was 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, our civil rights leaders and so on would have been saying this is a trick bag. We've been bamboozled. Just because it's 2018, that don't mean we changed the name of it. It's the same thing. We've been bamboozled. We're being hoodwinked. The South Ward of North needs leadership, not legacy. On May 8th, you have an opportunity to change the direction of this ward and change the direction of this city forever. This is not just about one man. This is not just about one council person. But what we will say is that we will end legacy once we take legacy out of office. There will be no more of that. No more fear. No more intimidation. People will have a right to run, and they got to run on their own name. Enough of this. Our council person can't be the exception to the rule. I'll close with that. The exception is when we're dealing with all the things we're dealing with. When we're the largest voter base and we're now out here fighting for resources from every level of government when it's needed the most. When this is happening in our community, 2 days, elders called me about 3 weeks ago. One of them was her daughter, and police guys may know something about this, but men are riding around in trucks, hopping out and trying to grab women and abduct them. That's what's going on in our community. You don't think we need all hands on deck? You don't think we need all eyes on site? Being proactive, not just reactive. We don't need just more police officers, we need more cameras. In order to get more cameras, you got to advocate for more resources. In order to advocate for more resources, you can't be up at the county from 9 to 5. You got to get off of your butt and get down to Trenton and have a couple of meetings. You got to get out here with your residents like Steve Adebayo used to do before he got too ill and start galvanizing his people around him if you need them. But if you don't care, you're not going to galvanize, you're not going to speak up, you're just going to be on your way to your third point. My legacy will be leadership. We saw in the paper recently that the state, I don't think the government is fair about it, but they're messing around with Sharp James' pensions. He tried to appeal. He has 3. John is working on the 3rd. He's not his father. He has not earned the right to earn another pension off the back of taxpayers. Because he's not doing his job. It's not about how much money he makes. We can care less about that. Are you doing the job? We know his father did the job. So he can take his 3 pensions. He deserves those 3 pensions. Not John. Stop it now. Say no now. On May 8th, C1. Thank you.
We want to thank you for a beautiful Sunday evening last night. We want to thank you.
Thank you very much. Everybody had a good time that came out?
Yes.
Thank you.
We already know what y'all thinking. We already know your next move. We don't really care what y'all scheming. The rain soon come, then y'all through.
Like G, I made the next move already. Tell Booker I'm good, I'm connected already. They wanna know my thoughts on the rhetoric.
I'm line C1 on the ballot, and I'm running to bring leadership back to the ward. Right now, we're being led, at the council level at least, by legacy. That is why there's no accountability for the police not being responsive. That's why there's no advocacy for you to have a camera and the gate fixed. I called Councilman Bradley as soon as I was made aware of how they were entering the building to ask him what was going on, because I know he has been very instrumental in this in the past, and he's going to try to make it by here. Hi, my name is Terrance Bankston. I support